Sam Mannering is the co-owner and executive chef of Auckland's popular eatery Homestead. He's the weekly food writer in the Sunday Star Times. He's the author of Food Worth Making and A Year's Worth, and he's currently working on his third cookbook. Kia ora no Sam, te tangata pukenga nui, this multi-talented man that you are. We've last seen you on TV acting. Engari ko tai mai koe ki te kāuta, but you're back in the kitchen, aren't you?
I am indeed.
And what are we going to do today?
Well, today I'm slow cooking some pork belly with fennel, anchovies, chilli, and with a wee gremolata over the top to cut through that richness. And we're also making my take on tiramisu.
E te haere tāua ki Italia. We're going to Italy here.
We absolutely are.
How come?
It's one of my favourite countries. It really is.
Ko tahi taku maharahara, just one worry, because you said slow cooking.
Yes.
Don't really do slow.
Oh, no, it's easy. The thing I love about this kind of dish is that you do it all in one dish. You can start on the stove, and then you bang it in the oven, forget about it for 2 hours or so, and that's it.
Nā reira ka aro tāua ki tēnā, we're going to work on that, or tōwhiro, tiramisu?
I think we're going to start with the tiramisu first.
Okay, so there is lots of goodness here. How no wene pihikite, what are these?
No, so these are wee lady fingers, and so they're just wee sort of sponge fingers as such.
They look far too much work to make.
Yeah, or alternatively, you can buy or make your own sponge cake if you want something lighter and softer, and it's sort of it's a bit easier to soak as well. So I mean anything along those lines.
So what's the first step here?
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to be soaking these little ladyfinger biscuits in a mixture of coffee and kāuta. Ooh. Yeah. Roughly about a cup of coffee. It can be instant, it can be filter, it can be espresso. The thing is you're mixing it with sugar anyway, so it doesn't need to be terribly amazing. A bit of kāuta, and I think there's about enough in there, just you might as well just pour the rest in.
Hare te mea kaimanga tamariki, so the kids probably don't eat this one?
Not normally.
Okay.
Not normally, no. Very adult dessert. So, but just to sweeten it up a little, I think, just to take the edge off that coffee, I think, so say about a tablespoon. At this point, we'll mix up the mascarpone. What I've written in the recipe is just a bit of a guide, but you make it as sweet or as not sweet as you like, I think. I like it to have a little bit of an edge, so a wee bit of lemon. We might as well make the most of it, so we've got lemon juice in there as well. And to that, we need to add another wee bit of sugar, so we'll say about a tablespoon of sugar. Go on, a bit more.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Sam.
Lovely, that's fine. That's right. And to this, we just need to add 1 egg yolk.
Oh, okay.
How are your separating skills?
Kei te pai, supposedly famous last words. Te tirohia hei.
Just makes it a little bit richer.
That's fine. Rich is fine.
Because it needs it. Let's see if it's sweet enough, yeah? That's right. So I think that's all right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Kei te rangona, te remana, so you can actually taste the lemon, yeah.
Absolutely. And so you can present it in one whole dish, and then, when it comes to serve it, you just serve spoonfuls of it, and that's kind of cool, but I quite like doing it in individual glasses, yeah?
E torenga hatepe, so are there 3 steps as we bring this all together?
There are as such, so we'll take one of the ladyfingers, and it's literally about that much, maybe a little bit more. And then, so we'll want to just sort of press them into the bottom there.
Kei te tā mōremoretanga, so that's the bottom there, so...
Yeah.
And then, it could fall apart, it's potentially falling apart. It's like a perfect dunking...
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Ka tahi.
And so you want to break it up a bit and then press it into the bottom of the glass.
Okay, ka pai.
And then so we add a layer of mascarpone over the top, for your figure's sake. And then we do another layer on top, because why not?
Because.
There we are, so it's sort of layered, and then it's good to get a knife and just sort of run it all the way around there like that, just to sort of smooth it off a bit.
Wow, he mama noiho engari tiro ki te awa. Look at that. It's nice and easy, but it looks amazing.
Good fun, huh?
Yeah. Well, the hard part comes to me.
Absolutely.
I'll put it in the fridge.
Brilliant. So we just pop them in there for about an hour, just to chill.
Ko rite mo te puaka, ne? So we're on to the pork belly.
The pork belly. So, this is one of those dishes that just takes no real time at all. You think it does, but it doesn't. The oven does all the work. We've got to get the oven going, so let's put it at 180 degrees on bake setting. Right, so this is more or less ready to go as such,
awesome.
But What we do is we take the roasting dish, start on the stove, so we just literally put that over the stove there like that. Because I'm really lazy and I hate washing up, I like to use as little things as possible.
He tino pai te whakaro engari, kore rawa e ki he mangere koe. There's no way that I would say that you're lazy. That's hilarious.
You'd be surprised. What would you like to cut? Would you like to cut the onion or the fennel?
Fennel.
In the meantime...
The katoa, and do you want all of it?
Absolutely, yeah. So that's where we're getting a lot of the flavour from. And it's the same with the onion as such as well. So we just throw all this in together just to quietly saute away.
E hara te mea tino wera, so it's not too hot there.
No. So just quietly let that fry away just to soften down and become a little bit translucent. And this is for the people who do like anchovies, and you don't have to add them if you don't want to. And I get that, like, you know, anchovies aren't for everyone. They're kind of like oysters, or, you know, they're quite a strong flavour, but I love it with this because pork is a very rich, and this is a good salty kick up against that. And I'm going to add this to this mixture, and what they'll do is they'll melt right down and you won't actually notice them. They'll just sort of become part of the whole thing. To that as well, we want to add, so I've got some lovely chilies here. I tend to have quite a lot of wine floating around at home and stuff that you don't drink and you think, oh my God, it's gone off. Never throw it away because it's always good for a dish like this. So we'll just let that cook off and we can bring the heat up a little bit more now.
Ko ngohe ne, so that's looking nice and soft.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's cooked right down and become quite translucent, and at this point we can add the stock. Okay, so we've got about 500 mils of chicken or vegetable stock here. And so we just literally, we take the pork belly and we just nestle it in there like that.
Moinga.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so to finish it off, we'll need a little bit of olive oil
Hirunga rawa on top
and some
of it.
salt.
And some salt, ane. It's a small thing I can do, mai koe tsuku.
Absolutely.
Miri
And this
here.
is to make sure that we get some beautiful crackling on top. And then we just bang it in for about 90 minutes until it's nice and tender.
Nā, kai te tunua tēnā, so that's being cooked. He mahi anō tātou, we've got something else we need to do?
We've got the wee gremolata to sort out. So I've got lots of lovely fresh parsley here, and I want to use the stems as well. Do you want to zest and juice the lemon? And I'll chop the parsley and we'll mix it all up together, yeah? You can add a bit of finely chopped shallot as well, which is quite good. But I think in this instance, because you've got lots of onion and fennel and things with the main dish, you don't really need it.
Aye.
And just a wee bit of olive oil.
Kona noi ho te here, so that's all that you want, is just sort of
Absolutely.
bring it all together. Mete tote, bit of salt. Koe rite, so that's all ready?
Right, so pretty much all ready to go.
Wow, that looks amazing.
And so basically the way we want to plate it is if we just take the pork and we cut it into these big slices, take wonderful big spoonfuls of this mixture of the beans and the silverbeet and the fennel, put that on the bottom, pork on top, and some of this lovely gremolata over the top of that.
Tēnā koe hoa, thank you so much. I'm loving it already. And this
Off you go.
silverbeet.
Use that gremolata, it just cuts through the richness quite well, doesn't it?
It really does. Wow. Oh,
And that's literally it. Cheers.
Koina taku miharo, that's what amazes me. Both of these things, you'd serve them up and people go, wow, look at you, next level chef. Engari he mama care, but it was actually easy.
It's so easy, you know, you just put it together, really. You see, it's not too sweet, is it?
Oh, hello. Wow, there's lots more flavours going on there than I thought. He Whānau tawa kōrero, and what did you say? It's a bit of a kick. Tiramisu, what is it? Wake you up?
Pick me up. It does though, doesn't it?
Hikina te wairua hoki, and it gives you a spirit of lift too. Nā reira, ngā mihi nui e hoa. Thank you again.
Cheers.